guys, welcome back to another episode with La Noir Fashion Girl. So today I'm going to do my quick everyday makeup look that I do in the mornings when I'm getting up, getting myself ready, getting my sons ready for school and myself for work. So I'm just going to go through all of those products. So for all of my newcomers to my channel, welcome. And for my returning viewers, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me. Continue to support me on this journey. I feel like each time I'm doing my makeup, even each day, be it for work or going out, like I'm getting better and better figuring out my routine that works for my deep melanin colored skin. So like, subscribe, comment, and definitely stay tuned. For starters, I already used my Kiehl's facial moisturizer, and now I'm going to jump into using my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It's great, love it. So I'm just gonna gently dab it on. So I'm just rubbing it in. Power Grip Primer is very grippy, so to speak. If you think about it in comparison to other primers like the Milk Hydro Grip, it definitely does its job. So I'm just like rubbing it in. I let it sit a little too long, but we're good to go. So for starters, I'm gonna start off with my eyebrows. Just brushing it out a bit. All right. So the brows are looking pretty good. I don't know if I really want to fill it in too much. But to highlight it, I'm going to just put some concealer around it. And I'm just going to use like a flat brush. Right now I'm using the Estee Lauder. So I've been using the full cover concealer from Makeup Forever. And then I go back and forth between these two. So sometimes as I'm doing it, obviously in the mornings I'm like rushing through it, but I'm just looking at it a little bit more detailed right now. But in the mornings I'm just quickly like zoop and I just go. So when you're using the brush, I'm just trying to blend it out a little bit more. When I'm going to work, I don't put on eyeshadow, honestly. I put a little bit at the bottom and then blend it out, but I use like foundation to cover it up. But I don't put on like eyeshadow or anything like that. But I do my brows, of course, because you definitely want the brows done, because the brows is one of those features that always just pops right out. And the great thing is that, you know, your work look should be more toned down sometimes, depending on where you work, of course. And it's great because this look is very simple, but at the same time, it definitely still gives you that extra oomph that you need, so to speak. I don't know, I just wanted to add a little bit more here, even though I didn't really need it. But I'll clean it up with the foundation, of course. And you can also use a beauty blender, a blending sponge, to help you blend it out a little better as well. And then I just go into my foundation. So for the foundation, I have these two Fenty's, right? And every time I forget the number, I put them next to it. I'm looking like they look so similar, but one is darker than the other. And the darker one looks darker on my face. It doesn't blend in with my neck as much. So I like to just start off with that. And I'll use a brush. And this was a Makeup Forever brush. Dual side. You could use it for foundation, blush, powder, and all of that good stuff. And I just begin to blot it all over my face. And you see how it's blending, like you can't even see where the skin And when I'm going to work, because I wear a lot of collared shirts sometimes, I'm always a little nervous with that because, like, you know, when you blend your makeup, you don't want it to just stop right at the jawline. You want to blend it into the neck a bit. And I'm always a little nervous that if I'm doing this, like up and down movement, that then the collar is going to become more brown. And I'm just always like, So sometimes I have to just remind myself because I become a little caught up in whatever day-to-day is going on at work. And it's so easy to forget. And I'm just pressing the brush into my face a bit. I'm gonna blend it out a little bit more just to ensure. And you see already how it's like it just went from night to day. It was dull, and then already with the foundation alone, before even applying anything else, it's starting to just brighten up. The biggest thing is making sure that the foundation is blended before anything else. Right? So the next thing that I've started to do is as of lately, is I have been using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in, I think, a dark cocoa. And I like it because it's not as bright as it would be like if I use this concealer or a different color. So it's like pretty toned down for the work environment, which is good. And so I like it because it has the soft bristles. And then I just start like right here. So I'm doing like a simple, it's still a few shades lighter than my complexion, but it's not too much. So it's not too poppy that I would need like if I'm going out or something of that sort. And it's been definitely doing the job because when I'm at work, I've gotten compliments. People are like, oh, something looks different. And I really can say that I really am in love with this concealer. You could get it at a local pharmacy or like, you know, like Walgreens or something. And I think, I don't remember where I got it from. I think like a beauty supply store. But I just ordered another one before this one runs out or it goes out of stock, because that does happen with certain popular colors, especially of the LA Pro Girl. Sorry, I'm like congested now. But I got it. I ordered it on Walmart, as well as I've gotten some color correctors that I want to try out. I've never really used that, but I do want to try it out to see what that looks like. All right. So I hope I'm not coming down with something. I've been using a lot of e.l.f. products lately that I've been enjoying. This is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. So after applying my concealer right before I blend it in, just one quick spray, like one full face, so to speak, just to like dampen it up a little bit. And then from there, I'm going to dampen up my beauty sponge, my beauty blender. Just squeezing out a little bit of the extra residue. I have two that I really love, this one and this one. So I'm gonna start off with the smaller black one and blend it out, as well as another recommendation that I have done as well, but we're gonna keep it as though what I'm doing in the mornings. And I just use the pointy side. I'm going right under the eyelid because it's very easy for that to get missed. You see how it's just like brightening up, but it's still not too much to go into the office, wherever you work. But it'll still give the look of, oh yeah, you're wearing some makeup, which is good, because depending on how you look at it, makeup is supposed to be something that pops and highlights your features a little bit more. And so looking like you're wearing makeup to a certain degree is a good thing. You don't want to look like you have a mask, like a full heavy mask on, of course, but depending on what setting you're in. But for me, it doesn't need to be too dramatic, so to speak. So I'm just still blending it out. And I'm lightly dabbing it and pressing it into the face. I'm still using the pointy tip here along the bridge of my nose. Remember, don't be afraid to go over any area as often as much as you need to. So I'm just backing up so you guys can see what it's looking like. See, it's still not too much. So I've been playing with these three powders, cream powder palette I got from the beauty supply store for like $5. It has a cream and a powder, which is pretty cool. Oh my gosh, my nose. I feel like I need to sneeze. I'm gonna use a blender to apply a little bit of the blush. You see it? And I would just use the powder to go over like a setting, like I would use for the other areas and right before. So it's not too much. This is more rosy, which is good. I think it works well on deep melanin toned skin. It's not too much. Then I'm gonna use my black Opal contour stick. I apply some right along the cheekbone, and I just work my way around the perimeter of my face. And then remember, this is just for work. This is not a going out look, so this is more for work, so it's not too much. So see, it's still pretty simple. And then almost done. Now we're gonna do our setting powder. I've been using this Sephora translucent powder. Just using a brush. And I'm just lightly dabbing and then taking it off because I don't want too much on it. And I'm just applying it in the areas where concealer was previously applied to set the concealer in place. See? Remember, dab it off, clear it up a little bit. So here you see me applying the setting powder along the bridge of my nose, and I'm just dusting it off as I mentioned previously just to ensure that it's not too heavy when I'm applying it onto the concealer applied areas. So I'm just lightly dabbing it all over. So I'm doing the chin region, and I'm just putting it right over it because, you know, with translucent setting powder, it pretty much absorbs it, and then it just pretty much brightens up those areas to give a better highlighted look. And that's what you see me doing as I'm going above my lip, back around my forehead, and then just going and touching up any area where I felt like maybe I could apply a little bit more of the setting powder. So that's what I'm just pretty much doing. And just looking at it in the light just to make sure that it's giving what it's supposed to give. So here you see me using my black Opal contour stick just to align the bridge of my nose. I had already previously applied the concealer. So now I'm just using the brim of it and just lining the side just to give a little bit more of a contoured look. And then what I do from there is I use a brush or a blender to blend that out. All right. And then the same thing as when I applied the cream. I'm gonna use the powder to apply on top of the cream blush. All right, so my work look is almost done. Still very simple, but still getting it to my Maybelline FIT finishing powder in the shade 40 Dark. This thing could be very messy, so be mindful how you apply it. So I usually just put it, dust it off, because you see there's a lot of remnants that's gonna fall off. And then I just put this all over. And I just blotch it in. And there you have it. Lastly, my two last things, lashes. I just do regular mascara. I'm using a Fenty Beauty, so the mascara varies from day to day. See the lashes popping up? So if you want to put false lashes, of course you can do. But for me, because I know I'm usually on the go, it's easy for me to just do the quick mascara. Now it's giving a dark look. You know what? know what? I'm just gonna roll with it for this video. Put a little lip balm on. Lip balm varies. This is a Bath and Body Works peppermint menthol flavor. Do a little bit more setting spray. So I applied the setting spray, all that good stuff. And here is my final look after blending everything out. So, hope you guys like it. See you guys next time. Please like, comment, subscribe.